Hello, in this video, I'm reading the book, The Cashflow Quadrant. This is video number 22. And in this section, Robert Kiyosaki, the one who wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, is writing the author of this one too. He's talking about, is it a good idea to just jump from being an employee or self-employed person to an investor? Let's find out. Sounds interesting? Please join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. This channel and this video, I'm continuing to read the book, The Cashflow Quadrant. If you're new, my name is Sherifa, Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. And on this channel, I share what I know and continue to learn. And my topics are about business, money, making money, investing money. Now I'm using books to convey that message. I talk about personal development, motivation, to ask you to take a step to make your life better. If that sounds interesting, please subscribe to this channel. Like the video. Most of all, leave a comment for me. If you're seeing this for the first time, I need to know. I need to see you, to see, maybe come to your channel too. For those of you who have said yes to this message, appreciate you very much. Thank you. Please always like the video, leave a comment, and share it. Now, in this one, I'm talking about Robert is the one talking. I read, but the message is from him. He's saying, is it a good idea to just jump from being a self-employed person or an employee to investing? Let's see what he says about that. But before I go there, I started reading. I have to say a few things. My schedule is here, 12:30 p.m. USA Eastern Time, but that's daily. I'm here daily. 5 days a week is about the books, about the messages. Well, I started mixing it up. One day I come with when I drive around and show you some things in USA. But otherwise, the schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, books. And then Friday I come live, and Sunday I do motivation. That's my schedule. Please check your local conversion of that, because I know the time is different where you are. 12:30 p.m. USA Eastern. Every day I'm here. Click on the notification. Like when you subscribe, I'm assuming you're going to subscribe. Click on notifications so be notified when I have anything coming up. That's the best way. Now, in video number 21, before I go to 21, I think before I go to enter all this, let me first explain what this book is about. This book is about the cash flow quadrant. And this is Robert's idea. It's a very good idea because he broke up how we earn money, how we make our money. Money, according to Robert, comes from 4 areas. I'll show an image at this point. On the left, you have employees earning money from employers. They pay them when they work. Then you have self-employed people who chose to do it on their own. They earn money like that. Then on the right, you have business owners, but these are large businesses. We covered the part where it says they use other people's money and other people's time to grow their businesses. Then you have investors who invest money. So the rich people are on the right. Some are on the left. People like us, we're still on the left trying to cross. So that's the cash flow quadrant. Everything is talking about is referring to that quadrant. And in 22, we're going to see how it connects to that. But in 21, we're talking about pension plans. I already like to refer to the previous video. Pension plans, information age pension plans, and industrial age pension plans. And at this point, I need to mention that to go to the older videos that I finished, find a link in the description, a link in the screen. We'll link it to that also, Cashflow Quadrant, and also the pinned comment. I pin a comment on every video. It takes you to all the videos you finished. And then in the description, find a link that takes you to an audio of this book. If you want, it's free for 1 month. Amazon Audible. If you want a physical copy, you go to Amazon.com, but I have a link on my website, and I also link in the description. You'll see the image, Cashflow Quadrant, what this one is called. But you may also want to buy this one, Rich Dad Poor Dad, the one I finished recently. So that's out of the way. And I mentioned, okay, I've given you the preview of all that. Now we're going to read 22. And remember, 22 is about can we really invest it ourselves, the money? Or is it a good idea? Okay, let's see what he says. He has a title, a subtitle. He said, too many people counting on the government. You know, when I name a video, the way I name them, is because there's a message there, but he may not start with it, but it's coming, okay? So he says, I write my books and create products such as the educational cash flow board game because the industrial age is history and we must prepare for the opportunities of the information age. My concern as a private citizen is that from my generation forward, we aren't properly prepared to handle the differences between industrial age and information age. A case in point is how we prepare financially for our retirement years. The idea of go to school and get a safe, secure job was a good one for the people born before 1930. Today, everyone needs to go to school to prepare for a job or career, but we also need to know how to invest, and investing is not a subject taught in school. One of the problems created by in that industrial age is that too many people are dependent upon the government to solve their individual problems. Today, we are facing even bigger problems because we have delegated our personal financial responsibility to the government. Now, I'm going to skip a section where he's giving figures. How many people, how many millions of people? I'm going to just skip and say, unfortunately, after he gives all those figures of people depending on the government, there are too many promises made for too many years. I mean, the government making promises to all those people. Now, the bill is coming due. I don't think those financial promises can be kept. I mean, the government. If our government begins to raise taxes even higher to pay for those promises, those who can escape will escape to countries that have lower taxes. In the information age, the term offshore won't necessarily mean another country as a tax haven. Other offshore could mean cyberspace. Now you have another subheading. A great change is at hand. I recall President John F. Kennedy's warning, a great change is at hand. Well, that change is here. And another subheading, investing without being investors. Now, that's where I got my headline, where people invest, but they are not investors, technically. So the change from defined benefit to defined contribution pension plans is forcing millions of people throughout the world to become investors with little investor education. Many people who have spent their lives avoiding financial risks are now being forced to take them. Most will find out when it comes time to retire whether they were wise investors or careless gamblers. Today, the stock market is fueled by many things, one of which is non-investors trying to become investors. Their financial path looks like this. Now, he went to that image. I'm not putting it again. He went to the image I showed you, the ESBI, and he's showing that people crossing from being E, investor, straight to, no, from E, employee, to investor, like crossing. Like you're an employee and then you are investing. So he says, a large majority of these people, those people who do that, the E's and S's too, because he included now S's, those are self-employed people, are people who by nature are security oriented. That's why they seek secure jobs or start small businesses they can control. Because of the defined contribution retirement plans, they are migrating today to the I quadrant, where they hope they'll find security when their working years are over. Unfortunately, the I quadrant is not known for its security. The I quadrant is a quadrant of risk. Because so many people on the left side of the cash flow quadrant come looking for security, the stock market responds in kind. That's why you often hear the following words. Now, but I didn't warn you that this video is going to be a little bit longer than most recent have been doing because I have to reach a certain section. So I have to continue reading. Now he's saying, that's why you often hear the following words. Number one, diversification. There are going to be 3 points he makes, and then I'll end. I have to finish all of them. So people who seek security use the word diversification a lot. Why? Because the strategy of diversification is an investment strategy for not losing. It's not an investment strategy for winning. Successful or rich investors don't diversify. They focus their efforts. Now, he has a quote here. Warren Buffett, if you're familiar with the billionaire Warren, Robert got a quote from Warren, but I'm not going to read it. What I'm going to read is Robert explaining what he just quoted from Robert explaining what he just quoted from Warren Buffett. Okay, he's saying, in other words, he's explaining what the quote he just put there. Warren Buffett is saying that portfolio concentration or focusing on a few investments rather than diversifying is a better strategy. In his mind, concentration rather than diversification requires you to become smarter and more intense in your thoughts and actions. His article, that was an article he quoted, goes on to say that average investors avoid volatility because they think volatility is risky. Warren Buffett says instead, in fact, the true investor welcomes volatility. The true investor welcomes volatility. So that's a big quote from Warren Buffett because he knows what he's doing. When Kim and I, now Robert is writing about Kim is his wife, Robert is wife, and I were escaping from financial struggle to financial freedom, we didn't diversify. We concentrated our investments. That's point number one. Then number two, he said, blue chip stocks. Security-minded investors usually buy blue chip companies. Why? Because in their mind, they're safer. While the company might be safer, the stock market is not. These stocks won't protect your money in a market free fall. Remember, these were words used by people who like security. The first one we finished was diversification. Number two was blue chip stocks. Number three, the last one, mutual funds. People who know little about investing feel more secure turning their money over to a fund manager who they hope will do a better job than they can. This is a smart strategy for people who have no intention of becoming professional investors. But the problem is that as smart as this strategy is, it doesn't mean that mutual funds are less risky. Now, the last paragraph. Today, Robert is writing, now we finished 1, 2, 3, what people normally say when they want to feel safe. Today, the market is filled with millions of people who by nature are security-minded. But due to the changing economy, they are being forced to cross from the left side of the Cashflow Quadrant into the right side. That meaning from being employees and self-employed people to becoming investors to the right side where their brand of security doesn't really exist. That causes me concern. That's where I'll end for today. The next video will be about, it starts with great economic upheavals coming, and this will be the end of chapter 2. The next video, 23, will be the end of chapter 2, then we'll start chapter 3. But I have something I noted here, and I was saying, this is me, that from what Robert was saying, you don't just jump. You don't just, that strategy of saying investing in mutual funds, all that is not going to help you. I think what I got from that is that we have to educate ourselves and learn and then focus. For example, you could say, me, I invest in these kind of companies, but then you're going to learn a lot about those companies that you choose to, maybe technology. If you decide to put your money in technology companies, then you better learn about technology companies. All of them. Know who is managing them, know the risk, know what's going on, what's up, what's down, and then start slowly, and master it. Master it. Is anything that you want to do, you have to focus and master it. And I think that's the advice he's giving, and that's what Warren Buffett was saying, that as you master something, then you are able to see where risk is. You can analyze it yourself. You don't have to depend on mutual fund managers. They're too busy even. You can focus and do it yourself. That's what I got out. Let's see what he says in the next one. Please leave a comment. What do you think about this whole discussion? Are you interested in investing your money, or you want yourself, or you want to hand it over to someone else? Okay, like I always end them, I say, take very good care of yourself. Take very good care of your families. Take very good care of your health. Please like the video and add a relevant comment. A comment that's about what we just did. Okay? Take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.